Okay, so I'm going to show you how to install snaps into, this can be the bottom of a bodysuit or in the sleeve or wherever. You can even do this up the back of the neck. I'm doing 2 little scraps to look like this just because I didn't feel like making a whole new bodysuit for this. So you're going to use, for this demonstration, halo snaps. Now halo snaps have 3 different pieces. There's the ring, which is the halo, and you need 2 of these for each snap that you're putting in. The post, and then the little, I don't even know what you call it, receptacle, I guess. I've actually got 2 different sizes here. Let me just sort those out. Okay, so for each snap, you need 1 post, 1 of the little donuts, and 2 of the prong ones. So start with deciding which side is up. I kind of messed this one up, so that's going to be the underneath. So I'm going to overlap like this. So the first one that I'm going to do is going to be one of the receptacle ones, like the donut. So on the right side of that one, you're going to put your, I keep forgetting what I'm calling these. The prong setting face down into it and then set it up. I like to keep it away from the actual seam just because the prongs on these consumer facing ones are very short. So the less fabric you can have tied up in there in general would be great. Usually you would reinforce your fabric before you put your snap fasteners in, you know, with some buckram or whatever, just to stabilize it so it doesn't stretch. You don't really need that with the ring settings, with the halo settings. I do recommend putting your finger in to snap them apart instead of just ripping the fabric apart. But I'd say the same with any of the home DIY ones that are available for consumers. They're just not as strong as what you'd find on like retail clothes that you'd buy. So anyways, with the prongs up, I'll usually use the back of the tool to just push the fabric down and expose the prongs up more. So then the donut side, there's 2 different sides. There's this side that has a tighter channel, and then there's the more open side. The more open side is the one that's actually going to be facing up. That's what's going to connect to the post side. So your tighter channel side is what's going to go down onto the prongs. And you're going to center that and make sure it's actually over the prongs. And you've got a little tool. Put your tool down on it and hammer it. And as you'll see, you've got a nice tight snap here. So usually for a piece this wide, I do, 3 across. As I said, I only have 2, and they're 2 different sizes. So let me do the small one now. So again, I'm going to take the prong setting, put the prongs down through the right side. Just expose those. And then the donut part, again, the tighter channel is going to go over top. Use the smaller tool this time. Center it all over. Whack it a few times. And there we've got the other size ring. So now when it comes to the side it's going to snap onto, if you're using multiple sizes like I am, which I don't recommend, just make sure you're centering the right ones over. So we're going to use the larger size, and coming up from the wrong side, we're going to put the prongs so they're facing out onto the right side. Now you'll generally want to, make sure you're going to be centering this over where your other one is. You can mark that with dressmaker chalk or a washable marker. I'm just freestyling it today. Just expose those prongs a bit. Then you're going to take that didn't expose them very well. There we go. And you're going to stick the post setting over top. Just make sure it's kind of set in those channels. Tool on top. Hammer it. Then you'll see you've got a nice match set. Snap them and there you go. So we'll just do the same on the other side. Putting the prongs down through the wrong side of the fabric. Pulling it tight. Setting the post over it. There we go. Another snap. And this is why I'd usually say do another one in the middle. But that is how you install snaps. Now there is one other type that is pretty similar to this. It works the same way, but the top is not a ring, it's a button top. So I'll show you that next. So much like the Halo snaps, this works the same principle where you've got 2 pieces to each setting. The difference between this one is where the Halo snaps have the prong setting on both the front and the back. This has 4 different pieces. There's a prong, the donut, the post, and the button. Okay, so you're going to group them. Let me just remind myself. Okay, so the prong and the post go together, and the button and the donut go together. So I've already done one here so you can see kind of what I'm talking about. So now for this one, this is going to be the underneath side. We're taking the prong setting, we're pushing it through to the right side. Exposing those prongs. Putting the post on top of it. And it's really important for both this and the Halo snap that you center this so that the channel, just throw it, whatever, so that the channel of this actually goes on the prongs. If the prongs don't set in that channel, they're going to be sticking out from underneath it and it's not going to be very secure. Just hammer it down and there you go. That is the prong side. Not the prong side, the post side. Anyway, for the side that's going to be overlapping it, you're going to take the button, and again, measure it up to where you want it. I'm just freestyling here. Freestyling makes it sound better than just like going by the seat of your pants, right? So anyways, button, expose the prongs, take that tighter channel of the donut, center it over where your prongs are, tool, and whack it. And that is the button snap. Again, we would normally do 3. You could even do 4 if you want to be really secure. And as I was saying in the earlier set, is these are available in sewing stores and craft stores, such like that. They're not as durable as the snaps that you would find on clothes that you buy. So rather than just ripping it apart like this, because as you can see, it kind of pulls the fabric away from it, that can pull this right off. You're going to want to just pry them open. They'll make it last a lot longer and be a lot more durable. Even honestly, even if you lined this with a non-stretch, you'd still want to, you know, jimmy it open with your nail like that. So that's how you do it. 2 different ways of doing snaps, but they're the same thing.